At a backyard BBQ, my grandpa said loudly, "It was so generous of you to co-sign your sister's mortgage." I choked on my drink. "Grandpa, I never signed anything." My mom giggled, "You did, in your sleep maybe." Later that night, I checked my credit report, and a week later, I paid a visit to the bank with a lawyer. At Sunday brunch, I slid a sealed envelope across the table. No one spoke. But as my sister opened it, her face went pale, and my mom just whispered, "What did you do?" "You forged my signature?" My voice cracked through the backyard like a slap. The ribs sizzled on the grill, someone coughed, and the cicadas didn't dare chirp. "It was just paperwork, Nathan," Mom said coolly, lifting her sunglasses to her forehead like this was any other Sunday cookout. "Jenna needed help. You have good credit. What were we supposed to do?" "Ask me, that's what you were supposed to do." I was standing now, my folding chair tipped awkwardly behind me. Across the picnic table, my sister stared at her plastic plate like the potato salad held all the answers. She wouldn't look at me. "It's not like it's hurting you," she murmured. "Nothing's gone wrong. The payments are on time." "That's not the point, Jenna," I snapped. "You used my name, my future, like it was just a spare napkin in your purse." The air felt thick. Grandpa was chewing slowly, watching like this was free cable. Even my cousins stopped laughing. And then Mom laughed, high and fake. "Oh, come on. Maybe you did sign it. In your sleep. You've always been such a deep sleeper." The joke landed flat. The silence that followed wasn't just awkward. It was calculated. That's when I knew. This wasn't a mistake. This was betrayal. I'm Nathan, 26, and apparently the family's silent ATM. I've always been quiet, the good son, the stable one, the one who never needed much, who worked 2 jobs through college, who never borrowed, never asked. Maybe that's why they thought they could take from me. I don't yell, I don't make scenes, but today I felt my ribs tighten, my hands go cold. I felt something break, not loud like glass, but slow like a rope pulled too tight. They took something from me, and the worst part, they smiled while doing it. Mom, Loretta, 54. Raised us solo, strong, controlling, treats me like a tool, useful but replaceable. Jenna, sister, 29. Golden child, loud, magnetic, impulsive, always bailed out, never thanks, just expects. Grandpa, Walter, 78. The only one who says what he means, but half the time, he doesn't realize what he's revealing. After the BBQ, I didn't sleep. I drank. Sat at my kitchen table at 2 a.m., replaying every word in my head. Then I pulled my credit report. There it was. Cosigner, Nathan C. Wells. Primary borrower, Jenna L. Wells. Mortgage amount, $327,000. I stared at it until the text blurred. My signature, or something close enough, stamped onto a loan that would live with me for 30 years. They'd stolen my name. And for what? So Jenna could buy a 3-bedroom in Brookline with marble countertops and a kitchen island? By the end of the week, I had my lawyer print the documents. And then I paid a visit to the bank. 2 years ago, Jenna crashed her car on the way to a ski trip. DUI. I was the one who showed up, paid the tow, sat beside her in court, lied for her. "He was driving me home," she told the judge, nodding to me. I stood there and said nothing. I lied to save her record, to save Mom from a heart attack. They promised. "We'll make it right." They never did, never even said thank you. I buried it, like always, because that's what you do when you're the reliable one. But now they had forged my name. My life was collateral, again. Sunday brunch. My treat, or so they thought. We sat at the table in silence. I reached into my bag and pulled out a sealed envelope, slid it across to Jenna. She frowned, hesitated, opened it. First page, A Notice of legal action. Cosigner fraud, accompanied by an affidavit from my lawyer and 2 notarized statements from the bank manager. Jenna went pale. Mom's mouth fell open. "What did you do?" She whispered. I didn't blink. I didn't raise my voice. I leaned forward and said, "I fixed it. The mortgage is no longer in my name, and the bank has been made aware that you forged my signature. There are consequences for that." Jenna shook her head, voice cracking. "You wouldn't." "I did." Then I pulled out the flash drive, set it gently beside the empty mimosa glass. Also contains the recorded phone call between Mom and the broker, in case anyone tries to dispute the forgery. "Are you trying to destroy this family?" Mom hissed. "No," I said calmly. "You did that when you decided I was disposable." Jenna stood, knocked over her water. "You're jealous," she spat. "You've always been jealous of me." "No," I said, standing too. "I've always protected you. I just stopped letting you bleed me dry." Mom started crying, real this time. "We're family, Nathan." "Then maybe you should have treated me like one." I didn't raise my voice. I didn't curse. I'd waited my whole life to be heard, and finally, they were listening. I left the restaurant without touching my food. It was over. A week later, Jenna emailed me. One line. "I'm sorry. I was drowning." I didn't reply. Mom called. Left a voicemail. No apology, just excuses. I deleted it. But I felt something inside me settle. Not revenge. Not really. Just peace. The weight was off. I had drawn a line, and I didn't let them erase it this time. 3 months later, I moved out of the city. A small condo. Mine. Only mine. I sleep through the night now. I started writing again, things I used to love before I became the family's safety net. Last week, Jenna sent a photo. She sold the house, downsized, started paying off her debts. No words, just the image. But that was something. Maybe they're learning. Maybe they aren't. But me? I'm finally living a life I chose. Not everyone gets closure. But sometimes, the boundary is the healing. And I drew mine in ink.